If you want to start investing in money market, now what are the things you are supposed to look at before you invest your money there? You cannot just take your millions to a company without knowing where the money is going, without knowing what you are going to make, without knowing the reputation of that company. Before you invest in MMF, here are the things you are supposed to look at. Be very keen. The first one is the reputation of that company. For my case, I usually look at whether the company has got offices outside the country, whether it has got a case, even if it's not associated with the money market fund. If it's accused and there's a case in court by investors, that is a red flag. Don't invest. So reputation is very, very important. Just go through the internet about cases for this company. Go to the internet and see if the reviews of this company. The second one is in connection with the reputation. It is the history of the company. How many years has it existed in this industry? Of course, it can be offering money market fund, but it has been existing and offering other investment options. So that one is also very important. You can also look at the initial investment amount. Look at that. You know, the higher the initial investment amount, the better. It shows the company is very stable. Its aim is not to force you or to convince you to join them. So that's why they don't care. So most of those stable companies, they have a initial investment amount of 5,000 shillings. But a new company would put it at 100 shillings so that many of you will join it. I'll also look at the owners. I really fear companies which are 100% owned by Kenyans. I fear even SACCOs. You know, if someone, an individual from nowhere, even if it's a tycoon, decides to open a company and start offering money market fund, there are, let's say, 2 Kenyans. These people might decide one day to disappear with your money. But a big company which has got offices in Kenya and in other countries, that one is very difficult for it to disappear with your money. So that's another thing. You also look at the interest you'll be earning. You know, they declare interest every year and every month. So just look at the history of the interest. If it's not stable, you know, there are some companies who find last year the interest was 12%. This year it is 18%. Next year it will be, no, that one is not good. It's not a good indication. So the interest should be almost uniform. If this year is 18%, next year should be, or next month should be 17 or 18, 16, somewhere there. And what I've noticed is that companies with very high interest rates, there's a question mark. Normally, companies with the lowest interest rates are the most stable. Those interest rates of 12%, 11, 10, 9. But if you find a company, especially the new ones, with interest rate of 20, 18, very high, abnormally high, these people want you to be convinced to just to inject all your money, to invest all your money with them. And in most cases, they are not stable. They have no history. Even me, if I want to start a company, money market fund, I will put the interest rate at even 20%, so that those naive investors, when they come and compare, they'll find minus at the top, and obvious people who don't look at things critically will come and invest in my company. And then I wait, you invest, and when money is enough, I just channel it to another account and I disappear. That's what most people do. Or they reinvest that money, they put it in real estate, in other investments, which at the end of the day make losses, and your money is locked there. You cannot even withdraw. Another thing you should look at is how to exit. How to exit. When you join, ensure you ask, how do I exit? How do I close this account? For example, you have invested, let's say, 20 million. You can invest a lot of money, and when it's time to exit, you want all your money at once. The company will tell you, no, you cannot withdraw all the money. Maybe you take 2 million and you wait next year. You find that they are not liquid enough to allow you to withdraw the money, all the money. So that is another thing you should consider. Very important. Another thing which you should not, this one, even when you have money in the bank, M-Pesa, in a circle, next of kin is also important. Don't put your girlfriend there as the next of kin. Don't put someone you don't trust as the next of kin. Next of kin should be someone you trust so much. So there's a section where next of kin should be indicated. So you must indicate someone who you trust so much as the next of kin. And there are some people have, especially this life insurance, you put the next of kin, maybe your husband or your wife, and once they realize that they're the next of kin, they plan against you so that they can benefit. Even money market fund, if you have maybe 50 million investment and the next of kin knows that he's the next of kin, be very careful. If it's your mother, they cannot eliminate you to benefit. You also have to look at the management fee, and management fee and the hidden charges. There are those charges that you're not told when you're joining, but when you join, you realize that there are hidden charges. Make sure you ask when you are joining. That is very, very important also. Hidden charges. When joining also, you should consider other investments. Just compare whether this investment is better than fixed deposit account, SACCO, savings, or shares. Which one generates more income? And the last one, is, you cannot invest in money market fund when you are very broke. You are not even taking your meals properly. For example, someone is earning 1,000 shillings per day, and then he decides to invest 700 and remain hungry. The purpose of living on this earth is not to suffer. So don't invest all your money. At least leave something to enjoy, because you might invest everything and after a few years you die and leave all the money. So you enjoy first and then you invest. And also, when you get, for example, an income, let's say a salary, the first thing you should do is to pay your loans. You must have a sinking fund. You pay your loans. Under the emergency fund, that is where that's the money that now you can invest in money market fund. But you cannot remain hungry to invest in money market fund. So that is another thing you should consider before investing in money market fund.